Well, staying with South Sudan, the UNHCR says thousands of refugees from that country are crossing into neighbouring Uganda each day. More than 700,000 South Sudanese are seeking refuge from famine and insecurity affecting millions in Africa's youngest nation. Agencies say that reception centres are overwhelmed. Food rations have been cut for refugees that have lived there longer in order to accommodate these swelling numbers of new arrivals.
The challenge is at the moment, our new reception center for the new arrival is in Vepi. At the reception center, in terms of the design of the capacity, was only something between 1,000 to 2,000 individuals overnight. So suddenly, when the numbers, especially over the weekend, zoom from 2,000 to 3,000, we have a bit of shortage of accommodation, even just for the people to spend overnight, and all the temporary service that we need to provide in Vepi reception center.
Well, let's get you more now on that story. I'm joined live from Arua in Uganda by CGTN's Soni Methu. Soni, first of all, what more can you tell us about the influx of South Sudanese into Uganda? Just how serious is the situation?
Well, Lindy, as you heard from the head of mission here in Arua, where we have various camps, they cannot even count the number of camps because they keep coming up each and every day. As she says, about 3,000 people are received every day. We were in one of the reception centers that is about 10 kilometers from the South Sudan border, and we saw thousands streaming in, and at least 2,000 showed up today. And before we left, a few more hundreds came in. So it's really congested, lots of people, but they're coming to hope here. There's at least some food, there's shelter, and for some that we spoke to, there is also company where they're coming. Where they left, there was no one left in the villages. So they're coming to a few friends and relatives, and some of them are making new friends, but it's really congested. The camp that you mentioned, Mvepi, was created about 2 weeks ago. It's already over-created. They're now having to be moved to another camp because they cannot contain them. The challenge here is that they're only there for a night, and then after that, according to the Ugandan law, they're supposed to be settled somewhere, given a plot, a piece of land to stay. But in those numbers, 3,000 a day, it's really difficult and almost impossible.
And of course, Soni, earlier we were discussing that UN report that contains allegations of ethnic cleansing taking place in South Sudan. Now, you've been speaking to refugees there. Are they supporting these claims being made by the United Nations?
Well, no one has used the word ethnic cleansing in our interviews as yet, or those I spoke to. But what they are saying is that it's rare to see young men flee a war or flee a country that is fighting or insecure. Most of them would stay back, guard their property, or also fight back. But this time we're seeing young men coming into camps. We spoke to a few of them who say that you cannot go outside as a young man. If you go outside maybe to your farm to look for something to eat, you'll either be accused by the rebels for not supporting them or by the government for being a rebel. So it's really strange for them, and they're clearly speaking out about the specific communities fighting each other and how few of each community is left in a certain area. So no one says that there is ethnic cleansing, but they're saying that there is man-made famine because people are being stopped from going outside to look for work, to look for food, and they have to stay indoors or at least leave. Schools have been closed, hospitals are, they're saying you can only access them at your own risk. So no one has used the word yet of ethnic cleansing, but you can see by the communities that are coming in what sort of suffering. People are saying their mother was shot dead, someone here was shot dead by rebels or the government, but we cannot confirm the ethnic cleansing, but we can confirm that they're starving there, schools are closed, children need to learn. Really difficult to stay back home, so they rather seek refuge here.
Indeed, facing multiple challenges they are. Well, thanks very much, Soni Methu, for joining us there live from Arua, a refugee camp in Uganda.